My Hero Academia really has become the black sheep of anime. When you really think about just a post like this and what's kind of been going on in the anime slash manga community for a while now. And let's talk about this. So basically this post right here, that obviously was earlier this morning, has 31,000 likes, a bunch of quote retweets, and I'm willing to bet you those quote retweets are probably people defending My Hero Academia. And there is a good reception when you read in this comment section, some that try to defend it, some obviously talking about slash slandering it, etc., etc. You have a mixed bag. But obviously, when you see posts like this, and especially with likes like that, it does kind of indicate a few things about a series. That there is definitely a wide audience that believes that My Hero Academia has definitely fell off. And let me just show you. Obviously, this is a meme that's on, the whole, Family Guy meme with the hands coming in. You have Spy Family, Bleach, Mob Psycho, Chainsaw Man, and then you see, this right in with My Hero trying to put its hand in the middle of the gang, but obviously it's, swept off by, Peter. Now, the thing is that obviously this is hilarious. It's legitimately hilarious, and the person that, made this, they probably did this is just for fun. It's the truth. And the thing, though, is that there is a lot of people out there that legitimately, when they think about everything that's coming out, like this anime season, like the upcoming anime season, they look at My Hero Academia like a joke. And I kind of want to dive into that, why people are talking about that, without spoilers, don't worry, anime onlys, but also just talking about, in general, just like, how it seems like the overall community has shifted away from My Hero. Because this is not the first time I've actually seen a post quite like this. But before I go any further with that, I want to talk about this, though. Apparently, Fortnite's going to be getting Dragon Ball, so that's going to be a very cursed thing. We're going to get to probably see Vegeta and Goku carrying guns or whatever in Fortnite, which, I mean, to be fair, it's something that we should have all seen coming eventually, especially with just Naruto being a part of it, but just like, holy crap, Dragon Ball. But anyways, let's get back on topic. So basically, this. My Hero Academia, especially if you just go through this comment section, like you see people, talking about other series like Spy Family trying to put it down or other things, etc. But it's clear that at least a good portion, a good segment of the community does believe that My Hero Academia isn't good anymore. And the reason for that is very complicated. I think there's a lot of reasons why maybe the overall conversation of My Hero has dwindled. Like, I've talked about this in the past, like, maybe over a year ago, that nobody is talking about My Hero Academia. I mean, I've talked about this when Season 4 was airing, like, they came out, like, last year or whatever. I talked about how just nobody's talking about My Hero Academia Season 4, nobody's really making a lot of videos on it, nobody's talking about it, and I was very shocked about that. It was legitimately shocking just to see the lack of, just conversation around the My Hero Academia anime. And obviously, it could be the reasoning of that it's 4 seasons deep. Obviously, people at this point in time that's, probably watching My Hero Academia is just the, the manga readers, and there isn't a lot of new fans really coming in. It doesn't have the overall hype and presentation that the original seasons had. That's probably a part of it. But when I saw that, I was just like, this is weird. It's a very weird indication when you just see, like, barely anyone talking about Season 4, and then Season 5 came around, and, like, obviously Season 5 is obviously, it had problems. We know for a fact that Season 5 had problems, and I talked about that as well. That season was talked about less than even Season 4, and then obviously the reason why that was is because there was a lot of issues for Season 5, and let's kind of go over that. So, FYI, for those that are not in the know, let's say for some reason you have only watched Season 4 of My Hero Academia, or you're not caught up with the anime, or you have watched Season 5 and you don't really know. Well, Season 5, as I covered in my anime review videos, there's a lot of things cut. Now, there's nothing wrong with some things being cut. I don't want to act like everything needs to be one by one the exact same as, let's say, the original source. Sometimes things do need to be cut. It happens. That's just anime adaptations. But the point is that My Hero Academia, up to the very point of Season 5, is always covered everything. Pretty much covered every single thing, word by word, panel by panel, and even elevated in a lot of different areas. My Hero Academia has always done a good job of that. And so when Season 5 came out, Season 5 had things that were just unseen before when it came to the anime adaptation of My Hero Academia. Arcs were completely rearranged in not the right order that the manga did it. major scenes cut and not explained, a lot of things just, like, spoiled that shouldn't have been spoiled in the early sections of the anime. There was just a lot of things that felt very off with the way the structure of, Season 5 was done. And obviously there's a lot of theories and a lot of conversation. I've talked about this in the past, that the reason why Season 5 probably suffered is because of the movie. Now, obviously, this has never been, 100% confirmed or not, but we can assume that a lot of resources probably was focusing on the My Hero Academia movie, which led into some of the issues with, the anime Season 5, and also the restructuring of the arcs most likely was in line to fit with the anime's movie, which could explain a lot. Now, once again, this doesn't mean this is 100% true, but we have to at the very least think that could have been somewhat of a problem, at least to the production of Season 5. Now, as someone that is a mega fan of the content of, Season 5's content, the stuff that goes on within My Hero Academia, I think that Season 5, straight up, is the worst season of the entire anime. It is. Which is sad, because the content is some of the best content of the entirety of My Hero Academia. Like the My Villain Academia, to even the Class A versus Class B stuff is very, very fun. It's really good, and I love the development and different things that were revealed in a lot of those chapters with Endeavor, etc. And so, seeing stuff that, obviously, I'm a big fan of, stuff that really, made me extremely happy, and I know many others that was, reading My Hero and getting to see in the anime, it's really, really upsetting to see that butchered to such a degree. Now, I think that a lot of the people that obviously don't like My Hero Academia more, there's probably two segments of this. It's probably those that are they think that it's okay to hate on it. They'll just slander it because they obviously never liked My Hero Academia, and it's like the black sheep of the community now, so they could just get away with it. That's the thing. Or you have those that just legitimately are disappointed fans that just don't like it, and that's about it. And to be fair, when I look at, the lineup for this upcoming anime season, Chainsaw Man, Spy Family, Bleach, Mob Psycho, yes, I will agree that My Hero Academia definitely is not something that speaks massive excitement to me. I do think that there's going to be good episodes. I think it might be a decent season. But I do think that in terms of everything else that's coming out in the next anime season, My Hero is definitely going to probably not be talked about as much, since already the previous two seasons have kind of dwindled in conversation. Which, that's something else I need to talk about. Also, the elephant in the room, which, don't worry, anime only, no spoilers. The manga hasn't been doing too great as well. I'm not talking about sales, I'm not talking about Japanese fans, I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm just talking about, in terms of how the manga has been in discussion, there is, just like the anime, a lack of My Hero Academia discussion. There's people that still do it, you can look and find it, but in terms of how it used to be maybe a year and a half ago to 2 years ago, there's not as many people that really actively cover My Hero Academia on YouTube anymore, or really just dive into the conversation really deeply anymore, and it's because the manga has felt very off, very rushed, and that's been my feelings on it. Now, obviously, the latest chapters have definitely gone into a different direction. I've talked about that, so I'm not going to rehash everything. But there's definitely a lot of things that's just crazy to me. And it's interesting to see the journey of My Hero Academia. That's easily one of the most beloved series that a lot of people really love from the start. And, easily became one of the most well-known Western anime. Anime in the West. People recognize My Hero Academia. People that are, not even anime fans recognize My Hero Academia. You'll see t-shirts and pictures, merchandise, all that throughout stores, at least where I'm at. And I live in the middle of the country. And that says enough about how popular My Hero Academia is. It's definitely very huge. I'm not saying that has been gone or tampered with. I'm just saying the overall discussion or general conversation around the series has definitely become small. And I think that there is a lot of slander that's been happening online. And it's just crazy to see, stuff like this, and how in the past, I know something like this probably would never get that high of likes, but obviously you can see it for yourself. It's been rising as I've been recording this video. But anyways, to get into the meat of the point of this video, the fact is that I've been just seeing more and more as time goes on, especially on social media, Reddit, etc. More and more people just put My Hero Academia down, especially the anime, and throw it to the wolves, say it's like a black sheep of everything else, and it's sad. It's sad. As someone that's a big fan, and I know that the series is not what it once used to be, it's still sad to see a series I still hold in high regard fall such as it has been. It's crazy to just see. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about that. It's been bugging me a little bit, just seeing what's been going on. And I wonder if you guys share the same thoughts. How do you feel about it? Do you agree with me with the lack of discussion around the series, to just how openly people are against My Hero Academia now? Just tell me your thoughts in the comments below. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video and I gave you any form of entertainment and all that, please leave me a like. It does help me out a lot. And with that, guys, be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.